You don't make part 2s. You're never gonna make a part 2 for any video. You're broke. But you're also so handsome and funny and majestic and cool. And the way you make videos on YouTube is so tough, big bro. Shut your lame ass up, man. My sweet princes, your cries and pleas for a part 2 have been heard, and this is the second installment of the analytical study on the correlation between aura farming and villains. I've got some interesting case studies to dissect, so without further ado, let's get right into it. One of my favourite character archetypes in fiction are the strongest characters. Okay, I'm not talking about Gojo. Read the video title. I'm talking about the villains, and the one I'm going to be talking about first is none other than Prime Duke Dennis. Now, we are not going to act like this man wasn't a menace in his prime. Okay, sure, he is a little bit, okay, he's very washed now, but bro, Prime Duke Dennis had everyone and their girls acting like this. Like, bro, if that wasn't bad enough, this is the type of stuff he would do the second he senses your girl in a 30-meter radius. Fella, you have never done like that before. This is genuine villain behavior. This is the equivalent of that one time, you know when LeBron got in front of Beyonce and invented the 720 fadeaway? Bro, I'm telling you, like, some guys see you with your girl and all of a sudden they start discovering talents that they have never realized they've had. Like, bro, since when was your ass Bruno Mars? These are real villains. Like, they're actually... No. Fine. Okay. I'll move on to actual villains now. My fault. Okay, from this moment onwards, there are going to be spoilers for these two shows, Invincible and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So yeah, skip to this point to get to the next part if you need to. We need to talk about Omni-Man, because who is this fella feeling like? Why the flip does this man have to constantly drop IG caption worthy one-liners? I've said this in my previous video, which, if you haven't watched it yet, watch it. There is a massive correlation between aura farming and the ability to be able to think of and drop hard one-liners. For those of you who don't know Omni-Man's whole thing, his whole bit is that to the public he's a really nice superhero, but in reality he's actually a villain belonging to this planet called Viltrum, who have basically like positioned him on Earth to try and take over Earth. So for most of the characters on the show, they see Omni-Man as... he was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
But in reality...
Earth isn't yours to conquer.
This is how bro would move on a random Tuesday morning before going home to a loving family, by the way. This guy, yeah.
Come on. Y'all know, y'all know.
Is he really a villain if he's just living a double life? Yeah, let me stop you right there. Even this fella's son, his biological son, was not safe from this guy's aura farming.
You aren't listening, Mark. My time here has been a speck in the span of my life. You don't know me. I will burn this planet down before I spend another minute living among these animals.
I will burn this planet down before I spend another minute living among these animals.
You can't... Whose mess is this? You put him on the TV. Go! Bro, don't... Go!
Like, bro, this is what he says after beating the brakes off his son. And when I say beating the brakes, I mean, like, I can't even show you because I don't want to get banned. It's not just like he just drops one tough one-liner. No. When is that ever enough for these fellas? He has to constantly double it.
You want to die for this planet? Fine! What's 17 more years? I can always start again. Make another kid.
What's 17 more years? And if beating the crap out of your son for not joining your conquest to take over the planet wasn't enough, just as any real fella, the second he got that dad call, he knew damn well it was time to leave. You must have lost your damn mind if you think I'm paying your child support, boy. You know what? We started this topic of deadbeat fathers. Let's carry on going that route. So while we're there, on the topic of deadbeat fathers who love to aura farm, we cannot possibly exclude arguably one of the worst fathers in all of fiction. I mean, sure, Omni-Man was pretty bad. Like, he beat the brakes off his son for we just talked about it. But at least he didn't challenge his son to a public duel in which he permanently scars his son, only for the reason that his son questioned his authority. But all that being said, can dropping tough one-liners excuse your negligence as a father? Because look at this. Oh no, wrong way, my bad.
They did not deserve to exist in this world. In my world. Prepare to join them. Prepare to die. You will learn respect, and suffering will be your teacher. From this moment on, I will be known as the Phoenix King.
Like, bro, who is this guy feeling like? I mean, to be fair, if you could shoot that much fire from your mouth, you could call yourself whatever you wanted, even if it is Phoenix King. Whatever this lame-ass fella wanted to call him. You know what? Let me take that back, bro. This guy is not lame. Bro is genuinely living up to all the hype.
Ben Simmons
throughout the entirety of Avatar,
we're all good.
Everyone gives this man Voldemort levels of glaze. Like, this guy is so glazed that we don't even see him clearly until, like, the last season. Like, bro, all we know about him in the first few seasons of Avatar is that this is a crazy man who burned his own son and that he has low-key committed genocide on the air nomads. So it should be no surprise that when we do finally see this guy, every word that comes from his mouth is enough to be an IG caption.
After generations of Fire Lords failed to find you, now the universe delivers you to me as an act of providence.
But I'll be real, bro. Saying this before getting packed up by a 12-year-old who's been training other elements for like 2 years is low-key kind of embarrassing. Like, I know that's not my goat. Aang owns you. Let's step away from deadbeat fathers for a minute. Okay, not for a minute. Let's just step away from it. But let's go to the topic of unks. Because what I've realized is unks do low-key love to aura farm. Okay, skip to this if you don't want spoilers for Fullmetal Alchemist, brother. This unk is probably, in my opinion, one of the coolest unks ever. Like, genuinely. I don't think my words can do this man justice. Just take a look at this.
Do they really expect me to make a complete mockery of myself by entering through the back door of my own palace?
Bro, the way he talks is so tough. It's so poetic. Yes, I know I'm glazing, but I do not care. This guy is like pushing 60 and he's still able to run the fade. Let me break this scene down for you.
Who among you would care for the illustrious honor of taking down the Fuhrer of a mistress? A chimera? The outsider? Mustang's dog? Or perhaps you'd all like to come at me at once?
Which one of you, fella? Okay. So this guy is like the king of the nation. But he's actually a villain. You know, it's the good guys. Good guys are trying to overthrow him, and subsequently, big word, bro. Sorry, they blow up the train he's on, and we don't see this man for like 6, 7 episodes. I'm joking. It's more like 4, but I'm sorry.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
So as we don't see him, the coup is going really well. Like, it really looks like the good guys are gonna win. But then you're like, oh damn, there's still 1 season left. And that's when you realize that out of nowhere, this fella pulls up again and drops.
Do they really expect me to make a complete mockery of myself by entering through the back door of my own palace?
Did you really think I would make an anthem? A mockery of myself by entering through the back door of my own palace. It says all that. And then proceeds to run the fade with an entire battalion. This captain with a claw hand, some old ninja dude, the embodiment of the sin of greed, with extreme durability, who can switch to a well-trained prince, all at the same time, to which he does do really well. He kills 2 of them, but then he ends up getting pushed off. And no, he still doesn't die, because next episode, he's now ready to run the fade with 2 soldiers who can transform into animals, a warrior who can destroy matter by making contact with it, a woman who's really good with guns, and this kid with a panda. And no, he doesn't shy away from combat with any of them, because he can't be doing that. Law 1 of war farming. Whenever the odds are stacked against you, just drop a tough one-liner.
Who among you would care for the illustrious honor of taking down the Fuhrer of a mistress? A chimera? The outsider? Mustang's dog? Or perhaps you'd all like to come at me at once?
Why the flip do you have to speak in quotes, bro? Like, just speak normally. Who among you would care for the illustrious honor of...
And let me tell you something.
What annoys me about it so much is the fact that it's not just how much of an amazing fighter he is. He also has to drop evil lines.
The life of any individual human is only worth one life. That's all. Nothing more and nothing less. Your life is not enough to call off the extermination.
How can you be so inhuman?
While simultaneously maintaining appearances as a good, righteous king. Bro, this guy was Omni-Man before Omni-Man was even a thing. My last example is going to be the embodiment of pure evil and unhinged chaos. Possibly one of the most evil characters I have ever considered, I have ever covered on this channel. A man whose only purpose on earth is to watch it burn. The last example is none other than Hit the Target. Not much is known about what drives him or what causes him to act the way he does, but at the same time not much needs to be known to establish the fact that he is pure evil. Throughout the duration of Stampy's lovely world, we see this man cause chaos in different forms. Most commonly known for his frequent, often mass abductions of Stampy's dogs, only to leave them in traps in an attempt to emotionally manipulate and blackmail Stampy into gaining control of the world. He seems to lack any empathy and shows no remorse for his actions. He's extremely cunning and manipulative, and has oftentimes faked his death. Though it can be argued that all Hit the Target really wants is control of Stampy's lovely world, I would have to disagree. Think about his obsession. If he really wanted control over the world, why not change strategies? Why would he always repeat his game plan over and over again? But no, all he seeks is unknown. But then again, some men aren't looking for anything logical like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Mama, I'm chasing a ghost. Do I look like him? Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it.
Oh no. I say when we're done.
Did you fellas really think it was over? What do you take me for? Did you really think I was going to end that whole segment on Hit the Target with just a little monologue? Nuh-uh, buddy. I mean, just look at this guy.
What is this place? Revenge will be mine. Hit the Target. Is Hit the Target here? He's my nemesis. No, Hit the Target's the guy who tried to attack me with an evil dog army. And there he is!
So I have taken the executive decision to give you fellas the whole Hit the Target lore. You didn't even have to thank me, bro. I'm doing this for...
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
Okay. So when we first meet Hit the Target, he's a good guy. You know, he's one of Stampy's helpers. Nothing's wrong. Right until this man decides to switch up for nobody knows why he decides to switch up. He just decides to switch up one day. But you know what? It's whatever. It's cool. Because in an episode titled Unexpected Drama, it is revealed that this man has built some sort of impenetrable netherite fortress. And he's attempting to invade Stampy's lovely world. During this war, this invasion, Hit the Target is stopped. However, it is at the cost of Lucky, one of Stampy's dogs. Hit the Target is burnt alive. We see him burning. And we assume it's over, because no man can survive being burnt to death, right? How wrong we were. Because a couple episodes later, Stampy has a little dream, and in the dream everything seems great because he's surrounded by cake. Like, all he can see is cake until he sees a sign in the distance. Curiosity gets the better of Stampy, and naturally he makes his way towards it. And as he turns around, there he is, hit the target in the flesh, pointing a bow and arrow right at him. But as he lets the arrow go, Stampy wakes up. He's just like, oh yeah, it's probably a nightmare, it's cool. But then a couple episodes later, Stampy's now in the nether, he's trying to find some nether wall or something. And guess who he runs into? Yes, this guy runs into Hit the Target. So Hit the Target shares cake with Stampy, and he's like, oh yeah, it's a massive misunderstanding. Yeah, I thought you were like a bad guy. You were using the dogs to control the world, whatever. So Stampy and Hit the Target essentially squash their beef, and Hit the Target is revived. He's brought back into the real world. And things are good for a while. Until Stampy realizes that one by one, all of his dogs are going missing. Yes! Hit the Target is not only a force of pure evil, capable of making ingenious plans of invasion, he is also a master manipulator who reshapes and controls the narrative and the way other people perceive him for nothing more than his own selfish ambition. It turns out, Hit the Target was never good. But on the contrary, this man had been stealing Stampy's dogs one by one in a plan to try and overthrow Stampy. And this time, he does have Stampy trapped. And just as he's about to deal the final blow to get rid of him and take control of the world, a Stampy from the future saves. Yeah, I know. The lore is genuinely insane. So I'm gonna skip past the whole. Bro, if I spend like the whole episode telling you the lore, we're gonna be here for like a 60-minute podcast. So essentially, there's like a massive cat and mouse game. It's the usual. Hit the Target would steal his dogs, or he'd steal his cats, or like he'll kidnap his friends, or whatever. And in the end, Stampy finds him. They have a little fight. Hit the Target gets away somehow, and this is sort of repeated over the span of like 600 like episodes, I think, and maybe more. But basically, a season finale. Not in the season finale, bro. The series finale. The last episode of Stampy's Lovely World. I shed a couple tears, bro. I'm sure many of you would have. It starts off the same. His dogs are missing, and it's obviously Hit the Target. Stampy goes, finds him, but this time, something's different. Something's off. This time, Hit the Target's plan is ingenious. There is nothing Stampy can do. Stampy is powerless. Hit the Target has one of his dogs in like a trap, where if he hits a bow and arrow at this block thing, I think the trap basically like works basically, and it's gonna launch his dog into lava, killing his dog. So Stampy can either completely give up his will up to Hit the Target and leave with his dog and all his friends or whatever, or he can sacrifice his dog and just have the world. What does he choose? Unfortunately, or fortunately, this is one of the rare cases where the villain does win. And this isn't a testament to the odds being against Stampy or anything. Rather, it is a testament to Hit the Target's genius planning ability and his ruthless nature. But while he remains a manipulative mastermind and a cruel genius, at the end of the day, the price that Hit the Target had to pay for Stampy's Lovely World is a life of isolation for the rest of his time on Earth. Maybe Hit the Target is deeper than just a character in a Minecraft series aimed at children. Maybe he represents the idea of growing up, that while we can run from it and avoid it and try to cling to our childhood, it ultimately does catch up to us, and eventually our childhood becomes nothing more than just a memory that we find ourselves alone in. Damn.
Mr. White, he's the devil. Yeah, he is. He is smarter than you. He's luckier.
Thank you for watching. Next video is going to be a banger for Relium. Stay safe and see you soon.